Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show. Hey everybody, Colonel Steve here, and here we are. Vacation is winding down. The last of our Halloween shows. This one is back from 2023. Then this weekend we'll have a couple more shows where we just delve into some older shows and present those to you. And then on Monday we'll be back with all new programming. Take care, everybody. See you soon.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we mail it in for Halloween. My name is MacLeod. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Agley, along with our special guests, Kathy Poole, Katie Joyce, and Tim Swyatt.
Hey gang, what's up? It's scary, kids.
Scary.
MacLeod, this is your day. I mean, you got this started back in June. You started getting ready for Halloween, so
yeah,
today's
it's
your day.
Favorite of favorite holidays, so I'm so excited.
Really? Okay. We didn't know that, so happy anniversary to the Warden. I've been married approximately 30-something years at this point.
Oh, so. Approximately 30-something years.
That.
Yeah,
you have a Halloween anniversary and you celebrate less than I do, just because it's a holiday.
Honestly, Halloween weddings are one of my favorites. I get a little frustrated when people get married on holidays, but Halloween is an exception. I get excited, especially if they embrace it. So I've been to a few where they embraced it and like incorporating cute little touches with it.
Did you get to wear a costume?
I'm with that. So if it's like a masquerade, I can wear a mask. Or if they say
yes.
Yes. I love that. I love a Halloween wedding, but the New Year's Eve people are assholes. They're always assholes. I fucking hate New Year's Eve weddings.
Yeah, because I'm like, you know what? I might have my New Year's gang picked out already, and you with your wedding is not it of who I'm going to have my great time with on New Year's Eve.
The New Year's is attention seeking. They're assholes, but I love a Halloween wedding. I will go to one of those every fucking time.
Here's where you see the genius of Steve Agley. Even goes back all the way when I was in my 20s. The Warden approaches me and says, what do you think about getting married on Halloween? And I said, I'm okay with it, but do know this. I had people in my subdivision that didn't give out candy on Halloween, and I never liked that. If we're going to do this, we got to do Halloween right. That means we're not going to be able to go out for a big anniversary dinner. We're going to give out candy, then afterwards maybe we can go out for a pizza or something like that. 30-something years later, it's been pizza every year for Halloween.
Oh, I love that!
Anniversary ever.
That's a tradition. Yeah.
It's a fantastic tradition. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
All the girls on the podcast are loving this.
Yeah, it's good.
So it's a winner.
It's a winner. It worked out.
And I love your support of Halloween as well. That is all around good story.
Oh yeah. So
it's a win for really anybody. Yeah.
So that's how it went down. And
watch out, Steve, though, because Amy's fucking great. Like the Warden, she's what her name said. The Warden's fucking great because she's just.
I like how you just clarified right off.
Sounds like a Kathy.
He really said, like, you don't have to take me to a fancy dinner. I'm happy with pizza. Let's get married this day. Like, you didn't get a high maintenance lady, so you kind of lucked out. You really lucked out with her. So
This is true.
Well, it's that even like you always spend time together, and there's not going to be anything else going on that night of like, oh, I've got this or that, because who the hell else plans anything on Halloween?
Right.
Of like, I've got a work thing like that night. No one's planning a work meeting late on Halloween. They don't do it.
Right.
So
we actually close early on Halloween so that all of our staff can get home in time.
Yes.
Because traffic always sucks.
Yep.
Yes.
So I'm not a kid fan, but I fucking love the kids in this neighborhood.
Are we already doing the show?
I fucking love all the kids that come to my house and get all my
on Halloween only. Yeah.
Only on Halloween. I'm only a kid fan on Halloween. That makes me sound like more like a witch than I am. But I'm like, I fucking love the kids on Halloween. The rest of the year they can fuck off. But I fucking love this neighborhood is so good for Halloween.
Yeah.
We get 100 plus every year.
I love
it.
I like Halloween age appropriate kids. What I don't like is like the high schoolers that come up and they're not even really dressed.
No.
They just have like a pillowcase and they're like, give me candy. I don't like that.
I love it. You can come in a black hoodie and jeans. I'm gonna give you candy, baby, because when I was your age, I was pretty delinquent and I was like fucking somebody or drinking. Like, comment when you're get some candy, okay?
Just throw it out there. Just go ahead and just don't even edit yourself. Just throw it out what you were doing on Halloween.
No, because
when you were 15.
Yeah.
So I go back and forth on the teenagers part of it, of the I support the fact that they're out doing something.
I'm opening my bottle.
No, not yet.
I love it.
Kathy, follow the show.
But really, usually I make them work for it a little bit. So I ask them if they have I go, you have to give me a trick or a treat. Like, I'm like, and hopefully I'm like, oh, please, like my house. But
I like that they're like 15 or 16 and still little babies. I'm like, yes, have all the candy, still dress in the costumes. I was delinquent as hell. So I'm like,
obviously, after we heard,
I was doing
what you were doing. Yeah.
I love it for them. I'm not even questioning teenagers. You could be 22 and I'd be like, you want candy instead of booze? Good, take it. Bye.
Here's the thing, though. I cannot tell the difference between someone who's 15 and someone who's 25.
Oh, God.
So it doesn't matter.
And the older you get, the harder it is.
The worse it gets, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're like,
yeah.
You're like,
wow, did I just do something
really
illegal?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We have this thing. So I like to give, we give mini bottles to the parents in our neighborhood. So
Okay.
it's nothing
That's cool.
great. Like either like Fireball or like Tito's or something, because you can get them in buckets,
You're
right?
getting all the swill out of your house is what you're doing. That's good. That's
Yeah,
smart.
no. So I'm giving like free booze to the parents, and they've gotten used to this the last 3 years. So they expect it when they come to our house. They know we're the booze house. So I'm like, I'm happy to give it to the parents, but like if you're in costume and you look a little young, I'm like, can I ID you? Like, I don't want to be that person.
legally, you should.
Just
Can I ID you?
I would advise you. I would advise you to.
I think you should, yeah,
Absolutely.
for handing out booze.
So I'm just like, if they're not coming
be
with
highly
a
recommended
toddler,
by
they're
this
not getting booze from me. I'm like, you gotta have like a toddler or older, so I
Before
know
you
you're
get
21 plus.
charged for distributing alcohol to minors, I would absolutely encourage you to ID
We're not
anyone
trying
who
to give
lives
it
close.
to teenagers by any means, but the parents, I'm like, absolutely come get some free booze from our house. So
Oh. Maybe
And they
that's the
know
costume
how.
you take. Yeah, yeah. If you're so you got a big age discrepancy, but you're 18 and your little brother's 8. Maybe you dress like a parent and you take you
Ooh.
rather go to McNew's house.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
be,
doing it.
like,
me too. I'm going to go to McNew's house and act like I'm an adult. Is what I'm going to do.
so here's the thing. I feel like 25 is the cutoff. If you're 25 or younger, I'm like, you're a baby. I'm gonna question it. If you're 25 or older, I'm like, you might as well fucking be 50. It doesn't matter anymore. Like, we don't.
Make
I had a
it
guy.
26.
I had a guy
Make it
open the door for me at a gas station this week and said, "Here you go, young man." Young man, I'm goddamn 55 grand.
Did he have a walker?
He was older than me, but I don't feel like I qualify under anything, any parameter, even if you're older yourself to be.
Was he being polite? What was that?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
So now I know when I
He was
open the
taking
door
us
for
to
you,
proof
Steve,
now.
going to
Maybe
the
he
barrel
was
shop.
hitting on you.
maybe.
He's hitting on you. He's the old guy from Family Guy, or Or maybe he's
Herbert?
just trolling.
The old guy from Family, not that.
Or maybe he's trolling me. Yeah, he was going to see if he could get a reaction. Maybe he's one of those influencers that was getting content for his channel.
Correct.
I'm like, that stuff doesn't fly, man. You need to be pooping in your Elantra. That's where the views are. That's where you get the clicks. Oh,
How does that not scare the shit out of you in the middle of the night, McNeil?
yeah.
I know.
Looks like a clown face.
No, he's fucking looking.
He's like from The Shining, the bartender in The Shining.
So
The
for anyone
Stanley
who's
Hotel.
listening, doesn't know the video, she has this life-size skeleton dressed in a butler's outfit pouring something, which is super
bartender.
on its own.
Right.
He's a barkeep.
Right.
But it looks terrifying. I would step into the room and see the shadow of a life-size figure and freak out. Like,
Yeah.
Now we're looking
Oh,
at the ceiling. There we go.
There he is.
Oh, he
This
lights
is scary.
Oh,
Even when she goes back to it, it's scary.
even just seeing that, I'm like,
Oh, and he's moving his mouth now. Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, that's great.
I'll tell you the show I was listening to the other day. Sean was on, and he was just nodding his head yes to questions, and just
I
dead
know,
air.
right?
Just
That was
Sean just
fun.
nodding yes. Yeah.
that's McNew's bartender.
All right. Well, it's time to drink. We're gonna have to get to Kathy's question after the break. There's
That's
a
fine.
topic out there. We'll get it. We'll get it to after. This thing just took on a life of its own. I don't even know how we got
we're
started
gonna
on
flip
this.
it up. We're going to do small talk at the
You
end.
said Halloween and McNew's on the show.
Right.
That's
yeah.
how it got
He was so
started.
happy. Gosh, and then told us what she used to do as a teenager on Halloween. So yeah, this is interesting.
And then
stuff.
handing out alcohol potentially to minors.
doing Halloween is just a train wreck.
Well, if you've
He's
got
on
a kid,
retainer.
you must be old
Handing out
enough.
felonies.
And she's
Just-
what she's doing at 15.
Getty's on retainer.
The Oprah of felonies over here on Halloween.
Yeah, you get a felony. You do.
You get
All right,
Halloween.
it's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? I'm going to go first here. I've got Rolling Fork. This is from our buddy Turner. This is a cast strength offering here. This is finished in an old rip bottle. So we're the Bourbon Daily. There is a bourbon component to this rum. This Barbados rum. It is 9 years and finished in a old Rip Van Winkle barrel. Here we go. Swide on the set. Gosh darn it.
Oh, that was good.
Well, it's not as good as I
Freaky.
wanted it to be. Yeah,
It sounded great on my end.
okay, we're going to go with what Katie heard then.
Yeah,
It's
so, okay,
amazing.
The
It's
thing
amazing.
is, what I hear through my speakers is very different than what actually ends up on the show, I found. And so there's sometimes that I will hear almost nothing. And Steve's like, oh, that was a good one. That's in the lead. And I'm like, I heard nothing. We could judge one based off what I hear and see how it compares to real.
I
yeah.
fought him tooth and nail on one of my pops. And then I listened to the show. I'm like, oh, yeah, that was bad. Sorry.
At least that's the thing, is going with what Steve hears is most reliable because it's his equipment recording it.
Right,
but
correct.
that's what's
Right.
actually going to be
It's like
real.
the master copy, and that's what you're going to hear
Right.
on the show, what I'm hearing. So, yeah.
But
All
we
right.
right here.
Yep. Next up is going to be, let's go with McNew. I feel like McNew has gone around.
I have some Saz Rye.
Okay.
Keep it Saz.
Oh, I think I got the lead.
Steve, I
still.
think you still have it.
I think I held on to the
How's
lead.
it?
Yeah.
I
I heard a
froze,
dust
but I was
clunk,
back
too.
in time for the pop to know that Steve still had it.
Yeah, it wasn't,
My
wasn't
little
very good.
pop-up that said your internet connection is unstable, just like you.
Oh,
It adds
no.
that in.
You got that. Okay. All right, Katie, you're next.
Okay. I have Dancing Goat. And I am changing where my microphone sits. I am going to redeem myself being in this new room.
Yeah.
We're going to figure it
You're
out.
not going to pop in from the Glencairn glass. Yeah.
You're
I'm
not going to
pull-
spill it all over yourself again.
Take
Oh,
the
gosh.
muffler off.
Bottle up to the right item this time. That was horrible.
That
That was
was?
horrible on my
It
end.
wasn't bad.
That
It was
was,
bassy.
It
it was
sounded
basic.
like me.
It also hit the
bouncing this
desk, too.
Bottle against the suitcase it's sitting on. Is
Okay.
exactly what it
You
sounded like.
definitely heard it hitting.
Pop it all.
I'm gonna throw it out there that I still got the lead. I still got the
I
lead.
think you do, Steve.
All right, Tim, you're next.
All right, I'm going to go with the theme of with some Bloody Butcher red corn whiskey
Oh, nice.
from
Did
Woodhat.
we do that one tonight?
He's already
Yeah.
done that one.
I
He's in
know.
repeats.
This is the one I botched the cork pop on. So we're going to try this one, see if this one works now.
Oh.
That was clean.
No squeak, I might
And-
add, and that is a technical factor in the judging of the cork pop.
And that was a Swiat pop, which we usually can't hear. So he
All right,
really gets-
Katie, who has the lead now? I'll throw it to the judge.
Tim has the lead.
Tim has the lead. Okay, we have to accept that. We know the rules of engagement here. You have to accept a judge's ruling. There's no at that point. There is no questioning it. So
Tim
that's,
gets
that's
judged
how
on a curve, unfortunately. I mean, it's good
you
for,
can be angry about it.
bad for the rest of
You
us.
can be angry about it and say it's wrong.
Hey, a win's a
but we
win.
don't-
They don't ask how, they ask how many.
I
Exactly.
haven't gone yet.
I know. We weren't moving on yet. Just follow the show.
I'm sorry, Tim seemed a little cocky.
Kathy, you're last, but not least.
Walking with some swagger right now.
All right. So I'm going to open up Cedar Ridge Bottled and Bond.
Oh, it's a brand new bottle. AK cast strength is into the building.
I thought she screwed it up. Did you see she had a swing and a miss in there, but then she came back and nailed it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Physically blew all of us back. I think we were like leaning and waiting. All of us.
Yeah.
I saw all of your hair like blow.
Right.
Beyonce was like,
Yes.
We all looked like Beyonce. Yeah, my beard was flowing.
Yeah.
your beard
Beyonce
was
and
blowing
Fabio.
like Beyonce.
Yeah. So there you go, KK. You win on the Halloween edition. Cheers.
I tried to grab the microphone again, but here we go.
We're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're just celebrating Halloween. Who knows what we'll be talking about? We do know Kathy's going to ask a question. Other than that, anything goes. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
I'm Ryan Thompson, and I am a billionaire, and KK will get none of my whiskey, and I enjoy my single malt scotch. You're listening to the Bourbon Daily. Pendleton, where's my caviar?
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we are mailing it in for the best holiday of the year, Halloween.
Yes, we are. So, Kathy, what did you want to ask the group that we got so off track we couldn't even get to it in the first segment?
I have a completely non-related Halloween question for you.
Okay.
It's appropriate.
Perfect for mailing it in.
There are slap contests
Oh, yes. Yeah.
where you stand in front of someone and you let them slap you as hard as they can.
Yes.
And then you get to return the favor.
Yes.
Nope.
What is the minimum amount of money that you need to stand there and get slapped?
Mm. Mm. Whew. I don't think it could kill you. It could mess you up, though. They're talking about concussions, and they don't even know what's going on with that, and you certainly can get concussed from that easily enough. Also, there's the danger of hitting the ear. If they hit the ear, they wear like stuff in their ears, like cotton balls or whatever. Ear protection.
You ever had your ears hit?
Slap like that, yeah. So that's not a fun sport. I don't. I've seen some of those videos. I don't. I think it's dumb, incredibly dumb. But if I could get $3 million, I'd have to do it.
Really? That's a lot.
That's a lot of money, but yeah, that is a lot. But that would be the minimum amount I would need, because then I'm thinking after taxes and all that. The first thing I'd be like, Warden, hey, I signed a $1 million contract. She'd be like, you're only going to get like $400,000 of that because you're going to have the agent fees and all.
That's what you get for marrying an accountant.
No, I didn't even think about the taxes.
The taxes, they're going to kill the taxes. So I need $3 million. So I need $3 million.
Yeah, because I would have said 500,000 because I could just fuck off for 5 years,
right,
and not work.
Right.
I could budget that for 5 years and fuck off for 500,000.
Right.
But
you're not getting 500,000. You're getting no.
You ruined it, so you ruined it.
So do you need $1 million now?
Yes, $1 million would be great. $1 million's fine.
Because if it's taxed I think
if it's taxed $1 million for sure.
Well, because I think it's going to be taxed the same.
It is taxed. Let's just assume it's taxed.
No, I was saying under what category it would be taxed. So, but it's not going to be regular income. It's going to be as like gift prize, the same as like lottery, I believe, which means you're looking at the highest amount.
Right.
That's why you're assuming that you don't open an LLC called Slap Something LLC and put it through the LLC as earned income.
Please open an LLC that says Slap Something
what
LLC.
What you really need is a 501c3. So it's going to be a nonprofit.
Okay. Then you're paid. You get a salary for.
And then that nonprofit buys me what I want. That's the thing,
Sure,
like
sure.
Church, It's a religion now. It's the religion of slapface.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay.
So what's your
MacLeod, but you got to go against the champion too. So you can't just be like, all right, I'll have.
It's got to be one shot. That's it. I'm taking it from the one guy.
It's got to be from somebody who can really slap too. It can't be like, it can't be like, okay, I'll do it, but then Phil Collins. Well, I can take a slap from Phil Collins.
Oh my gosh! Can you imagine if Luke Otero was in the slap contest? He's the nicest guy. He would just be like. Duke. He would pat you on the face.
Then he would apologize profusely.
And then
he'd apologize and help wipe off the chalk on your face.
He would take his glorious hair and he would rub it where he's.
You get the chalk off there. Yeah.
I feel like it doesn't matter. You don't get to choose your opponent. It's going to be real nice or real hard, and I feel like it either way. It's going to be fine. But
no, there'll be male-female categories here. I have no reason thinking some guy with a big bear claw. Slapping.
Why not? A face is a face.
A face,
there's other damage that comes along with this because if it's I don't know about that.
I feel like you pay me $1 million, and if you fuck up my dental work, you pay for my dental work. It's all good.
No, that comes out of the million.
Right, that comes out of your
That comes out of the million.
I'm not paying for my own dental work.
You have to pay for
This is my question. It's my rules. It comes out of the million.
You ever see one of those, and it's two guys, and then one has like a really thick neck, and you see a guy wind up and slap him as hard as he could, and because he's got the broad neck, he doesn't even move, doesn't even flinch. I'll tell you what I would do. If that was me, I'd just be like, oh, you win. I'm not going to stand there and take a slap from that guy who I know I can't even hurt. I'd be like,
I'm going to fall down before he even winds up.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, okay.
I pulled a hammy. Sorry, I have to disqualify myself.
That's what I would do. Okay, all right.
No thanks.
Yeah. I don't know who's answered and who hasn't.
MacLeod and I have. You still got.
My first gut instinct was $600,000, mainly because there might be a house I'm looking at that I was like, oh, that'd be nice to own, and it might cost that much. So, but you have the tax issue, and then you have the damage issue of how much you're going to have to pay for new teeth, and possibly other damage.
$4,000 an implant.
So, I think if someone offered me $1 million and I read the contract and I was okay with the rest of the terms, I would be very, very tempted at $1 million. But honestly, if someone came up to me and said 500,000, I'd be like, no. Because by the time that's taxed and by the time you account for my damage and everything else.
Yeah, the humiliation. I mean, you're going to get shit slapped out of you, and that'll be on the internet forever. Imagine any meeting you ever go to.
Well, you could possibly profit off that because you could turn it into a 5 minutes of fame thing to get more money.
No, they'd be like, we own that. We shot that. We're the production company.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm okay with the contract, saying that any other video of it, I'm able to profit off of. But
yeah, if I guess like some royalties.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure there are a lot of sponsors for the slap competition.
Like I would, and if I can sell sponsorships for like my cheeks, of like stickers of the company name, then like we're starting to talk here.
ABV Barrel Shop.
Yeah, so like we can
Steve and Jim's face on there.
Jim Foz is not signing on.
Steve, who are you swapping, Jim or Steve?
Well, ABV Network gets a free forehead, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Also, where I thought this question was going at first was the challenge where people fill their mouths with water and slap each other with tortillas and try.
Oh my god, I love those videos.
Because that one, while I'm not going to do for fun, because one, it makes a mess, and two, I still think it's going to hurt.
I don't know that one.
It's just water.
I see the ones
in the algorithm.
I would do for a much lower price. You could be like, hey.
You see the ones where people order the ice cream cones and then change the order, and they take the top off the ice cream and throw it. And it always hits someone perfectly.
Why? Why would you do that?
I don't know. I don't understand all that stuff. All right, Tim, how much is it going to cost to get you?
I'm at a minimum 5 because I've got people to feed. I got bills to pay. 5 million. And then I'm going to be recurring this and like make this whole thing. So I'm going to have a recurring contract of meeting all these people. And I'm going to absolutely bail every single time and make a big joke of myself.
After it happens, I'm going to be on the floor crying and shit. Then I got to deal with that the rest of my life. And that's why I need at least $3 million. I got to be enough where I can just never even talk to people again.
You could probably make an appearance on Dr. Phil for that, though. Is he still on?
Dr. Phil. What are you?
I think he's going to go to Dr. Chicago? What is his name?
Dr. Scirocco would help with your chiropractic needs. He works out of his laundry.
Your back for sure.
No, a minimum of 5 because I'm doing repeat. Before I'm going to line them all up and say, okay, let's go. Try at it. I'm going to flinch and I'm going to bail out of it, whatever, maybe because I'm getting paid up front.
Right.
It's going to be a lot to get me out there, but you're going to be paying for it.
Yeah. Speaking of Luke Otero, he could probably comb the hair down to the side that they're going to slap, and then
a little buffer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No one is slapping Luke Otero.
Nobody's
Luke Otero is the slapper.
To not slap him. Nobody wants to slap him.
No one is slapping him. He's a precious person.
Okay, what I would like to see though is if you're in one of those contests and someone's like geared up, ready to be slapped, and instead you go up and you go boop to their nose.
They don't care.
I drop like a sack of potatoes.
They're a soccer player and they just fall down. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Kathy, you asked the question. So what about you? What's it going to cost you?
I have a fleshy face.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think I can take a slap. I'm going for $500,000.
$500K.
Also, you have access to dental work, so that helps.
Yeah, that's true.
So that was a bad answer when I gave it. It's good when KK gives it. Apparently.
Well, I could just see McNew. The extensions fly out of her hair. The fake eyelashes fly off.
Yeah, eyelashes.
Eyelashes are half on, half off.
It's one slap. I can
still.
see it.
They can slap very hard. McNew, all that shit's flying.
Things are out of place.
Stuff's flying out of. She drops all that food down her breast crack, and then all that's flying out of there.
Not happening. But
I've hurt my neck from looking too quickly in the car. Like
you gotta tweak something sneezing.
Right.
I'm gonna be a happy mess after this.
Yeah. So okay. Well, there you go.
So that's my question.
Yeah, that was a good question actually.
That was good. That was fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
That was better than we thought.
And now we drink.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No, McNew. So tell us about the day. What's this look like for you? What time do you get up? Are you excited from day one? Do you work on this day if it happens?
Yeah.
It's a work. It's on like a Tuesday.
Yeah,
right?
no. So Halloween is a Tuesday. Is it a Tuesday this year?
I think it's a Tuesday.
It's midweek. I know that. So I will work, but I work from home, so it's like not a biggie because my house is already decorated.
You don't work anyway.
I decorated the day after my husband's birthday because he's a September 21st baby. He said no Halloween till after my birthday. I said, okay, great. September 22nd. Halloween is going up top to bottom, outside, everything. So my house has been decorated for a while, and I like to do king size ones. So like, that's the reason I do like a Costco membership, because you get a discount on the king size candy bars. I like having those. When those run out, they don't usually run out on weekday Halloweens. They do on the weekends. So I'll get like the big bags that normal people get, the fun size ones. I'll get those.
Oh no.
And then we do.
They're not fun at all. I never found them funny.
No, but then we do Fireball and Tito's for the parents, because like they're not bourbon people. This neighborhood's basic as fuck. They don't even know better. So I'm happy to get those out.
You're fireballing them.
I am. They're fine with it. They're happy. They know they get free booze here. That's all they fucking care about. So it's fine. So I give it to them. I get lit in my garage. We have a little fire with our neighbors that we live. It's a fucking party. I fucking love doing Halloween. And
does homeless McNew show up at any point?
Usually I hold it together because everybody ends up gathering.
Yeah, right.
Well, are you?
No,
I would like to text Chris.
Yeah.
The day after.
No, she's walking around barefoot, sitting in bushes and shit.
But if it's in her own house, how is she homeless then?
No,
she's homeless.
I barefoot because I don't like wearing shoes, because I get to a point of drunkenness where I'm like, there's too many things touching me. I can't take off my shirt. I want to lose my shoes. Like I gotta lose my shoes at some point. So I am barefoot in my garage, and it's fucking freezing.
In her mind, it makes sense.
Honestly, when he said barefoot, I was like, "You're at home. You're barefoot at home." Like,
no, she's walking around the subdivision. You know this. This is what she does.
But like, you're at home. Like, if it's your subdivision, screw shoes. Like,
my garage, people come through my driveway and they drink here. And I'm pretty lit by this point, but I'm a good hostess, so I don't get like homeless or feral. So I'm like making sure everybody has food, everybody has drinks, and it's a really good time for everybody, including me.
I don't know how you do the barefoot thing. I don't have anything against being barefoot. Like, but every time I've ever been in my house and be like, oh shit, I got to go check the mail. If I go out there without my shoes on, I guarantee you that at some point I'm like, oh fuck, ow! I've stepped on a rock or done something. It has to be every single time.
It's good for you to make connection with the ground. So standing.
Oh my god, that's a thing.
Making connection to the ground.
That's a thing. You have to
standing on the ground
in the dirt for 15 minutes a day.
Are two different things.
Like, I'm barefoot on purpose when I take the dog out in the morning.
Oh God, what if you step in some shit? Oh God.
I pick it up every time.
It's between your toes.
Don't
between your
step in
toes,
shit.
your bunions,
just don't step in it.
corns. Yeah.
Your corns.
No, so I'm barefoot unless
plantar warts.
I get my car and leave this property. I am barefoot all day, every day, unless I leave this property. I take Sane out. I will take my other dogs out. Like, I go to the mailbox. I am barefoot all the time. And like, our neighbors will come over to our garage. I'm standing here barefoot like I'm a hillbilly, and they're wearing shoes. I'm like, oh well, sorry. Like, I have slippers. I have cute bear claw slippers I do not fucking wear. And I'm like, I'm just barefoot in this house. Unless
it goes very sad. My circulation is horrible, and so my feet get cold because they're so far away. And so I have to wear slippers.
Yeah, you got to wear slippers. Well,
yeah. I mean, for the studio audience here, Katie is 6'5", so
yeah. Well, there you go.
They are very far away.
When she wears the heels, she is.
I think when I have shoes on.
I think you've got some shoes where you probably hit close to 6'5".
Okay, be taller than that. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah. Katie's tall. There's no doubt.
Katie is tall.
She has larger hands than Darren. That's for sure.
Well, that's not saying much.
I have larger hands than Darren, and I'm 5'3".
The next time
Pam Boyle has larger hands than Darren, and she is 4'11".
Yeah. I wish you guys could have seen the phalanges on Katie. Those things are like ridiculously monstrosities. Those are some very long, thin phalanges.
Okay.
You can reach over an octave. It's very handy in piano playing.
Darren definitely never played the piano. No, definitely not. Yeah, no piano playing.
Just slandering everybody in the same show.
Okay, I have a. Okay, it's the Halloween related question, although it doesn't sound like it. Are you a wine drinker at all?
Oh yeah, she is.
Yes.
Alcohol, she drinks. I don't like beer. It's bad.
I saw something.
Bubbly.
I went on. So
don't drink hot drinks either.
The China app, whatever, Temu. It popped up with an ad, and it had this really cute dog thing. And so I went on there to finally buy stuff, and this other thing popped up and made me think of McNew, and it's Halloween related, and I bought it, and then it arrived. I was like, wait, I don't know if she'll actually use this or not. So, but that question answers, I will now send it to you. Because then I second guess myself.
So I do wine during the week because I had to like kind of ground myself from bourbon during the week. So, like,
that's right. We've had this conversation. Okay, yes.
So I was like
on Wednesday is wine day.
Wine during the week. I love wine. I like a cab. I like red wine.
Wednesday's whiskey. Whiskey Wednesday.
And this is why it makes sense because I'm MacNeil.
I feel like we're doing it.
Because I remember the one show we were recording,
if I don't do it,
we were discussing about how wine. We're like, well, it's just a bottle of wine, and then I was like, oh god, we're all
a bottle of wine is a serving.
I know.
So
that's the thing. Yeah,
a bottle of wine is one serving.
Kathy, let's check in with Kyle Neely and think what he's got going on for Halloween.
So, what's the deal with costumes on 25-year-old boys? And they show up at McNew's house and she's giving them candy.
We heard the show and she talks about her Halloween traditions. It's like, oh, I'll give it a shot. What the hell?
What the hell? Yeah.
Why not? I mean, I just
roll the dice.
What the hell? Yeah, I'll roll the dice.
I get free booze and free looks.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
This is a special Sunday night.
Yeah.
I have another question. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm leaving for Ireland September 21st, and I'll be gone until September 30th. In that date range is normally when I'm adding more and more of my fall and Halloween decorations to my house. Because come October 1st, I want to be fully decorated and ready.
Anything before October 1st is pre-jack-lantation.
No.
Pre-jack-o'-lantation.
But I get
I'm putting that in my notes.
Premature.
Do I qualify for an exception because I have to be out of the country from the 21st to the 30th and I'll have jet lag on the 1st?
You get a pass if you're out of town. You get a pass if you're on vacation.
I would agree. You get a pass.
So I already put up my new stuff of like the broom parking only. All others will be
yeah, that's already up.
AD.
Yeah.
It's at the office. You just move from the office to the house.
I do have at the office the Witches Inn outside my office door.
I work from home on the bedroom door. That is my office. I have a Witches Inn sign, and I turn it when I'm on our.
I have Enter If You Dare with like a potion thing and like a skull and crossbones for Halloween outside the bathroom.
Another sign McNeil has on her bathroom. It says "witches pooping, witches not pooping." So she switches it depending on what's going on in the bathroom.
Check out my YouTube video on poopinmywitchesband.com.
Oh my god. So the way that I feel like I could make some fucking website about witches pooping, I would be a fucking millionaire tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, going back to the van life videos where they have to do one about pooping, and it's always, like I said, it's a bunch of women, and then you read the comments, and there's always some dude be like, and this is literally like one of the quotes is like, so this is your toilet. What if I come over for a date and I curl off a big steamer in there? Is this a deal breaker? Well, yeah, I mean, this is under any scenario.
Oh my god.
So you go curl off
a big steamer.
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah, one where you break the plane, you break the water in the bowl. We're talking about a big log here.
Yeah. Curled off a big
You boys are fucking gross.
You are feral creatures. You're horrible things.
You're gross.
I understand it's a bodily function, but this is just unfortunate timing for you. But that date is forever.
Let me tell you something, guys. If you're dating, if you're on your phone, this is for men. This is a public service announcement for men. Let me tell you something. If God forbid this happens to you, and you go on a date, first date, and you're going to pick up a woman that's living in a van, and you go over there and you curl off a big steamer, just get back in your car and leave, and just walk away.
No,
that's not going to work out. There's no recovering from that.
She will make more money on YouTube selling your steamer in her van than you would have ever spent on her in a date.
This is all proof that men are disgusting.
Before you leave, make sure you take a picture.
We would date women. Women would date women if we had a choice. Like we like what we like. We're just genetically engineered to like what we like. My God, men are disgusting.
can't disagree with you. It's horrible. Men are just freaking horrible. And first of all, why you would pose a question like that? And again, there's plenty of them out there. It's just, I don't know. But again, I don't get the whole van life thing. Yet I'm wrapped up in it now. That's all that's on my YouTube, and I watch a lot of YouTube. I'm watching the goddamn... How do they poop? I gotta figure out how they poop in their vans. I don't know.
Oh my God! There needs to be an option. So like on my Amazon Music, it took me forever. But there's a dislike option if you go into like the triple dot screen. And so my ex used to use my Amazon Music, and so it would come up with the music that he liked. And so it took like 2 years. And I finally got rid of all of his music. Okay. But every time it came up, I would dislike the song. There needs to be that option on YouTube. That every van life video that comes up, you're able to go to...
once I see that little thumbnail clip, and I'm like, I'll be goddamn, I'm going to have to watch that. I
think the problem is that you keep clicking on the videos.
I can't help myself.
If you didn't click on them and you search for other...
It's a very small van. How are they pooping in there?
It would get back to your algorithm.
Okay, so here's the thing. He's actually invested in this, and he's mad that he's invested. Okay. He does want to know how people poop and shower. And so he's trying to blame with him, but it's really a Steve problem.
I have a solution, though. If you're truly interested now, but don't want it to continue. So when the video pops up, you need to look at the title and who it's by, and you need to open up a new browser in like incognito mode or the whatever they call it in your browser. So it's not tracking your history. Yeah. And then you go to YouTube in that so that it's in privacy mode and you search for that specific video so you can go watch it, but it's not tracking you. And then in your regular browser,
they're tracking you.
You do not click on it.
Oh, they're tracking you.
That's been proven wrong. But I will say, according to Hello Tushy's website, according to Hello Tushy's website,
well, I mean, I think we all use Hello Tushy, so they're the experts.
I have a really good Tushy. Can I put it on that website?
There was, well, that's a whole other topic. The longest poop ever recorded was 26 in 1995 by a woman from Ann Arbor, Michigan.
How long?
They say 26 feet, but we all know that the large intestine is only 5 feet long. It was a hoax. But you say us men are gross. You females are going out there. According to this one, she worked in conjunction with nutritionists to eat a super fiber-rich diet to set a world record for the longest single excrement ever recorded. And it was
I don't even want to know who wants to know about this.
So is this happening?
Bourbon related.
You gotta go for a walk, I guess? You gotta go for a walk at this point? Because it's going to break off. For measurement purposes, I assume it needs to all be together,
I have this scene from South Park where the dad just starts spiraling up the toilet as he's launching his...
I'm starting to get embarrassed.
What I wanted to say, I wanted to prove a point here that it may not be the men that are looking for the largest...
You know how hard it is to get me embarrassed to be a part of this?
One outlier is not proof of an entire gender. A single outlier does nothing to prove that.
So this is a gross question though. But
now let's not get gross on the show. Come on, Big New, keep it together.
We started with you.
You ever have a poop that you're really proud of, but you're like, and you wish you could send a photo to someone?
Hold on. There is. I think for this.
No.
Hold on.
What? I don't know.
Shit.
Big New acts like she's disgusted by the whole talk, and then she comes up with this.
She's wanted to take a picture. Once you break the plane of the water in the bowl, those are all honorable mentions. They need to be documented.
It is amazing how different it looks in the water. You realize how complimentary the water is to the look of it. Because once it comes out of there, it's all knotty. It's like knotty pine. It's all, it's,
But sometimes, you're just, really proud. You're like, I wish I could send this to someone, but nobody wants to send it.
I send it to Kathy. Kathy will be your turn
to the ABV network that I have no input on this topic. My poops are precious. They smell like roses, and they're cutely
It's like a Q-tip.
shaped.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
As if they were cucumbers.
Oh, God.
Don't tell me you're a person.
No, Tim, don't send me a poop
There is
in the chat.
There is a children's book called Everybody Poops. Like
That's a good book.
That's a good
Kids
book.
need to know we poop.
Everybody poops.
What I just sent the group, though, was the top 69 euphemisms for pooping. And Steve, your curl a loaf is not on there.
Oh,
but
it needs
number
to be.
one is bake a loaf.
Bake a loaf.
Curl
Bake a
a
loaf.
loaf.
Yeah.
Barbarians at the Gate comes in at number 2.
Where
Blow
have
mud.
they gone?
Bomb the bowl and build a dookie castle. There's your top 5, everyone. In case
Ooh,
you're wondering.
I'd like Build a Boogie.
All right. What about burn a mule? That's a good one. Burn a mule.
That
I
is
was
a good
just
one. I would
yelling
say
for
man
John.
about a horse as well. And you don't usually see
No,
that
that's
out
a
there.
P. Isn't that a P?
Kathy belching and she's keeping it classy. Thank God she's keeping the Bourbon Daily classy for us. And she just all these noises emit from her body, and that's
I
classy.
have no respect for all of you.
I've got to see a man about a horse. Number 52.
Yeah,
That's
there you
a
go.
P.
I've heard that phrase used for masturbation instead.
Oh God.
Well, they're using it wrong. Well,
They're
it's
using
Oh,
it
no, that was a man about a fish. Sorry.
Oh
yeah,
gosh.
so what was entertaining
Wait,
was
wait. I have questions about
we're
someone
moving-
masturbating on a fish.
Oh no, that's not what they said.
That's not what they said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Never
anyways,
mind.
so the picture thing made me think of it. I had to text John because he's downstairs. I tried yelling, and we were yelling from person to person.
The picture of your latest poop or what? Yeah.
So there's an app he has where you can record where you poop. And so I was texting him to ask if there was an option to put pictures with it. And he was like, of the poop? No. And so I was like, well, I feel like it was a legitimate question for this app.
Right.
And
yeah.
so it's you put a pin on a map of where you've pooped. And so because
Oh my God! I made my friend poop in Tiffany's in New York.
that would be a good one. He worked
That would
on
be a
cruise
great
ship as
pin.
well. So he's been all over the world. So like he has a pin in the middle of the ocean because like he was on the cruise ship and was just like, hey, a pin.
oh, dear God,
No,
that's
but
spectacular.
I feel like you should have to attach a photo to the pin. Like,
No,
you need
no,
verification
no,
purposes.
no one
Nobody
wants to see
Verification
that picture.
purposes. I think
That's in the
I
most.
think
That's in the next update of the app, McNeil.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's called poop.
the next round for crying
Yeah.
photos.
Yeah.
God, Steve.
Well,
Christ.
the Halloween show. How does this happen? I don't know. I'm not sure how we got here.
Horrified. Horrified. About horrified.
Oh, I had another legitimate Halloween question for everyone. If we
Okay.
go back to that topic.
We still got time for that.
Yeah. Okay. So this year we have friends of ours who live like 20 minutes away, and they are known as the neighbors who have like alcohol for the adults and candy for the kids. So kind of like
They're
the
the
Well, they're like
McNews
they're
of the
McNews.
neighborhood.
they use this to clear out their beer fridge once a year. So like all the random beer that collects throughout the year, if people
Sure.
come over,
Good
they
time
use
to purge.
Yeah.
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 So our plan this year, they invited us over. We're going to go over to their house and hang out, but I don't want to be the house at my house that doesn't have candy either. So
The
my
first kid is taking everything
Oh, yeah.
in the
You
box.
can't a bowl.
So my other question though is if I put the candy on the porch, is there a way I can phrase the sign to be like,
No.
hey, the doorbell camera is watching you, only take one piece.
I would moon
No.
that camera as fast as possible. There'd be very lewd acts done in front of that camera with my mask on. You would not be. You'd be welcoming hellfire if you did that.
Yeah. I think so too.
The best you could do is please take one, but you know they're taking 20. Like just put
You're
the sign.
clearing it out.
You as the owner made the effort.
You're just not a part of it. Just
No, I could make a
Don't
sign
be a
Shut the
like,
part
house
of it.
off.
we're
Don't
not
do that.
home tonight, but please take one. If
No.
the bowl is out, I'm so sorry.
Tell people you're not home. You can't say that.
no, don't tell people.
Oh,
you're not
that's
home.
true. I should have thought. Okay.
Oh yeah, you get egg.
Because you live in a comedy club and they would like to come in and hear some good comedy.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. There you go. There you go. I don't.
They're
You're in
gonna
a
take
bad spot. I think you're just the person with the lights off, and you're like, I'm watching
My
TV.
lights are off every year. I don't give out candy.
That's terrible.
Is there anything else I can do though, like to help support?
No.
What I would look at, well, see, it depends on this. Look at your towns too, because I mean, I hate Halloween during the middle of the week, but what that means is that Saturday night before is really the official Halloween party.
Yeah.
And that's what you coordinate with your neighborhoods to do trick or treat or do all that stuff. So, you know, everybody's around, this, that, and the other. Because everybody, I mean, thank God, I was just looking up when we changed the clocks because it's usually around that same weekend. It ends up being Sunday, November 5th.
Yeah.
So everybody change your clocks.
Yeah, they moved it
back on November 5th. But how cool is it when it was on that Halloween, when it ended up being that weekend with Halloween? And like it's like midnight, you turn the clocks back to 11 o'clock, and you're like, party on, Wayne, party on, Garth.
You do it at 2 a.m.
Saturday before is going to be
midnight. It's at 2 a.m. that the clock's changed.
In Chicago, it's
I told my
at midnight.
parents when I
Chicago.
came
Do you
home
really
late,
remember
I
it at
was
2
like,
a.m.
I
when you
got
turn on the
2
gas
a.m.
again?
I'm in Chicago time. Like St. Louis and Chicago are the same time zone.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Yep.
Isn't it? I thought it was 2 a.m.
It is 2
But
a.m.
do you
It
wake
is
up at 2
2
a.m. to go do it, or would you rather just do it at midnight and be done with it?
Well, I want to see what time my iPhone is officially doing it because if you go from midnight to 11,
Oh my
you're
god!
changing
Now
dates.
we have the lawyer.
Now you went from
arguing
Friday to
too.
Saturday back to Friday. But if you go to 2
How cool is
a.m.
that when you're hammered or trying to put kids to bed? That's like the whole New Year's Eve game. That's the benefit of New York being an hour ahead. Happy New Year! You get them to bed early, and then you have your own midnight.
I mean, you just celebrate New Year's from like Ireland. You can choose whatever time zone you want. Like, hey, they're celebrating New Year's in Ireland at 6 p.m. Go the fuck to bed. Like
Not at noon, I guess, but
Yeah. Well, there you go. I think it was a successful show. I think it was classy.
Really?
I think we
Really?
talked a lot about bourbon. I think, I think the industry will use this as training for new bourbon fans. So.
Yeah.
one more question, McNew, your new book, is that coming out this year?
yes. So I hopefully before October 1st. Yes.
Okay.
So can we
did
talk
it
about
now?
it? Are we allowed to talk about it?
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's
Because
gonna
I've
be
been
called-
staring at the picture of the artwork, and it's been very appropriate for this.
It is called
Pitch.
Monster Mythology. So it pairs a cocktail with every monster you could ever think of. We have vampires, werewolves, mummies, cryptids. There's a whole chapter on cryptids. So
Ooh.
all the monsters are in this book with a cocktail.
Okay. Sounds fun. Unique.
Just watch out for the brown snake monster out of the
Monster
toilet when you come
mixology.
down to
So I did
like
do that one.
when you're in a van.
I don't even know what you're saying. There's a brown steak monster?
Steak
Snake
monster.
Is
No,
that
it's
like
steak.
a euphemism for a penis?
So I feel
Wow.
I
like
think
Let's
brown
take a
would
turn.
be for a turd. Yeah, I think it's
I
for a
will
turd.
just-
I guess it can be, but no, not in this context. The brown
nobody
snake.
wants a bird, but you could
The
have like
brown
a
steak.
pie. I guess it's all the same. So
Yeah. Our finest work today, for sure. On
This
that
has
note, we'll wrap
been,
this one up as we always
This
do.
is like double gold.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. Talking about where people can find us. Kathy, I know you're proud of the show. Where can people find you?
Oh my god, I'm so proud of this show. I am putting it out there. Please find me on Instagram at KKCastStrength.
All right, Tim.
You can find me buying tickets to see Katie at the Nerd Herd the weeks of October 2nd, or this is it'll be November 2nd and 3rd. She's there, as well as the Giggle Flex the week after for the comedy show, and on Instagram at SwyGuy2112.
Giggle Flex, that's what's going on the
Giggle Flex.
Giggle Flex.
I
All right,
think
Katie, how about you? Where can people find you?
For the two people left listening at the end of this shit show, you can find me on Instagram at Katie Proof.
All right, McNew.
okay, so if you're like a weird-ish person that like want poop pictures that you're proud of, like just send me a message. But you can find me on Instagram at
Oh,
McNeil.
God.
Careful what you ask for.
That is a can you just open up that you do not want.
You just did it.
Oh, my
At
God.
least made it a paid platform. Like, why would you do that for
Oh.
free?
Oh,
Put that
my
behind
God.
a paywall, girlfriend.
Oh, my.
so. Steve, I'm available for being co-host.
Right.
I'll talk slower and I'll do a better job.
Really regretting this.
Oh, For me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us. ABV Barrel Shop. We are closed at 5 o'clock today. We close early on any sort of holiday. We want to shut the shop down and get home with our families, just like you guys want to be with your families. But that's how we are. So if you're planning on coming by after that, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll be back open regular hours. Check us out online, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
Please do not send me poop pictures, but I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/theABVNetwork.
Great job today.
I know, right?
For our audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
See you, everyone.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.